皆さんこんにちは、ショッタロこと K2 の板矢詳太郎です。実はですね、今K2 ではインターン生募集してます。インターン生になって K2 に入っていただくとですね、主に3つのこと、これ学んでいただけます。1つ、グローバルな環境下で仕事ができます。19カ国でオペレーションをしていますので、本当に多国籍な人たちが在籍していて、これも中国人、アメリカ人、オランダ人、イギリス人、それからインドネシア人ですね、様々な国から、日本に来て働いている人たちと一緒に仕事ができます。で、2つ目、これ今日この後の、動画でですね、インターン生から正社員になったヤンっていうメンバーをちょっと紹介させていただきながら、実際に彼女がどういうキャリアパスを築いてきたかっていう話しますけれども、高収入っていうところにつながるお話をさせていただきます。どうして高収入が見込めるか、そのあたりぜひ、見てください。そして3つ目ですね、我々の仕事を通して交渉術、これはビジネスの領域だけではなくって、普段の生活の中から使える交渉術っていうところが学べるっていうところ、これ、一つ大きなメリットかなと思いますので、この3つについて、この後ヤンに聞いていきます。よろしくお願いします。じゃあ早速始めましょう。Let me ask some questions, okay? Like we can conduct it in English. Yeah. So, can you introduce yourself just briefly? Like, where you from? Like, how did you know about K2?
Hi, everyone. So, my name is Yang, and I come from China. I joined K2 about a year and a half ago. So, I joined in last April as an intern, and then I was converted to the permanent employee, and now I'm here in the K2 Japan office.
Yeah. How did you know about K2 when you were student?
My situation was I came from a different country with my family, and I was learning Japanese and trying to find a career in Japan, and I found through LinkedIn the opportunity.
Okay, through LinkedIn. And what was the impression you had it before you joined, and then what's the impression after you joined? Is there any gap or difference?
I would say it's a journey kind of full of surprises.
Full of surprises.
To be honest, before
Surprise.
I had before I joined K2, I had a different offer at my hand from a different company, from a different industry. So the reason that I was quite confirmed I wanted to go with K2 because through the communication, I could see there is a clear career plan. So other companies are more like, this is what you're gonna do, and that's it.
I see.
When I first contacted with K2, there are a lot of communication, including the career plan. Just if you enter K2, you're gonna do this and that, but along with your progress, and you can either choose to be, let's say, if you want to be a sales, or if you want to be a more consultative person, or you want to go to a managerial role. So there is a planned career path. So that's something drawing my attention.
Great. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that there's a K2 journey you are passing. And I think you started as an intern, and then you were successful as a salesperson, and then you became a permanent employee. And now which team are you joining? Are you working for?
Yes, I got an opportunity to join a different part of the business, which is a digital platform. I think there are a lot of recruiting companies in Japan, but K2 is different from them. Why do I say that? Instead of the people business, K2 actually has other business as well. That is, for example, the K2 University, that we provide education for them to upskill. And also K2 is a very digitally empowered company. So this is where iTeam is, the digital platform. There are I know from other people, friends, other recruitment company, they are very focused on IT talent recruiting, but kind of the company and their own system is like from the last century. So I think, being in the IT rapidly growing industry, and we also empower ourselves with digital stuff, and that's pretty cool.
Very true, yeah. So K2 is different from other recruitment firm because we are not just working on the how do you say perm recruitment business. We have three pillars, as you said, university and professional service, SES. Yeah, so that's our core business. Yeah. Okay. Can I ask you about when you joined as intern, what kind of activity, what kind of task you had in the beginning?
In the beginning, we had about 1 week long training. I didn't know anything about IT recruiting, so
Right.
that was the perfect time for me to grasp rapidly what is the IT recruitment industry, to know what are the main product families and what are the roles. So I didn't know what was SI, what was end client. So can provide this training, onboard training, and plus on top of that, we practice on real candidates.
Yeah.
So that was quite challenging for me in the first place. I believe.
I can imagine. Yeah.
I was afraid to pick up the phone and talk to a stranger. But we entered as like an academy team, so everyone is the same as me. So nobody was born and new to do the business. So we sort of learn from each other and support each other. And we had this practice, and after practice we review what we've done. So I think this nice circle, the training, practice, review, can help us grow fast.
Yeah. And did you have to study by yourself? With 1 week training, how much time did you spend to study?
Definitely. First week is very overwhelming. My head was
overwhelming.
Exploded so many times. To begin with, because there were the 28 hours limit every week, so we don't go beyond that. So you can work 5 or 6 hours. And then the rest of the time is up to you whether you want to learn more. So it's quite flexible timetable to begin with.
Okay. So after the 1 week training, and then what kind of activity you are doing? Did you start cold calling, warm calling?
So the cold calling started actually, I think in the first week.
Okay.
Yeah.
First week. Yeah.
Last week, and our hands are so sweaty palms, and
I remember that.
Gain confidence. You think. I think the good thing about it actually taught me not be afraid of being rejected. But if we don't do anything, and the chance to succeed is zero. You have to. It's not only for this industry. I think life attitude. Also another lesson.
Very true. Yeah. How did you find it about the trainer? Was he friendly? Was she friendly? Any impression?
That was the best training.
Best trainer? Good.
Yes.
Okay.
We're still in contact, although after the training we were dispatched to different teams. But we still stayed in contact, not only with the trainer, but also other colleagues that we joined together.
That's great. Okay. So, besides cold calling, what kind of activity were you doing?
We had quite complete training program. So along with what you will encounter in the job. So first, how to make a call, but after making a call, you might have some success, but most of times you don't, because you're very new and people know that you're new. So people might reject. So for example, the reject handling, another topic that we encountered afterwards. So when you got more comfortable with the rejections, how to manage your expectations.
The rejections,
And then we have of course, the negotiation part. All these negotiation skills were also included along with.
I see. Did you get support from the senior people for these kind of things when you face the challenge?
Yeah, so when we joined is actually during the Corona. So we go to office, but the office is basically empty. But we are fortunate to invite other members of the team to join the call. So they could do some, shadowing with us.
Right. Yeah. Through the web. Yeah.
But now it's totally fine. And about the senior people, another thing that shocked me was in one of the meetings, monthly meetings, when I first joined, and the regional director said, in K2 there is no senpai kohai.
Very true.
For me, that's a very relaxed thing because I was not raised or grown in that culture. So I was afraid if I join a very traditional Japanese company, I will, do something bad without even realizing. But it's really nice to feel that and non-pressure.
It's not organization, talking about Japan office, there are about 400 people, including the contractors. But as you said, from top to down, it's a flat organization. Very friendly, open and honest. So I'm glad to hear that you like that kind of environment. Okay, good. So Yang, your friend, colleagues coming from the same university, for example. When we think about this job, what kind of people do you recommend to do this kind of job? Do you have any ideas?
It's a very nice question, I think. So I think it doesn't matter that you know about the business or not, because knowledge or skills you can learn. But I would say if you are an ambitious person and you want to grow in the long run, and you're not afraid of making mistakes, and you have an open mindset, do join.
I see. Okay, that's a good one. So all the training and all the knowledge we can provide. So as long as someone who's willing to learn, we are open to welcome them. While you are working as an intern, how much were you making? Was it between 1,500 and to 2,000 yen, around that?
Yes, I think that average in Tokyo was 1,100 or 1,200. K2 is offering I think 1,600 or 1,500 around that area.
I see. Depends on the skill and the experience, I assume. And after you become a permanent employee, what's the impression about the salary?
Right. So actually, the perm salary scheme was already notified. So I think in K2 everyone knows the base salary of each person.
Yes.
If you are in the certain, so it's very transparent. You pass from level 1 to 2, and your salary it's very clear to each other.
And then when you get promoted, it's clear how much you're gonna get more.
And of course, and your performance is also linked to the commission. But the commission, I think we started earning a commission since day one. So that's really something that other agencies.
I see. When did you make the first deal after you joined as intern?
Right.
How many days did you take?
I'm a late bloomer. It took about 2 months.
2 months? That's good.
But that was a perm deal. In the academy, I think they are all very hardworking people. The quickest one, I think, is within 10 days.
Within 10 days. Well done, guys. Okay, thanks, Yan. I think it was great to catch up with you about how you started your career in K2, and then your K2 journeys has been going, and then I think you like the new team K2 Connect, and then hopefully we can be, let's make sure that everybody is on the same page, and then we promote the K2 Connect as a team.
Great, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Cool. All right, thank you very much today.
Thank you. Have a
All right, bye bye.
Bye bye.
皆さん、ご視聴ありがとうございました。今回はですね、メンバーのヤンからのちょっとコメントをいっぱいいただきましたけれども、ぜひ弊社のインターンに、ご興味ある方、この後にですね、連絡先をこの概要欄に書いておきますので、ぜひコンタクトお願いします。個人的にはですね、いろんな人にアプライしてほしいんですけれども、やっぱり、度胸と愛嬌、ある人にぜひ来てほしいと思ってます。時給で言うとですね、 実際1500円から2000円ぐらい、これはまあスキルセットだとコミュニケーション能力によって決まってきますので、そのあたりもぜひ交渉してください。実際に交渉する相手は私になります。ではですね、またこういった弊社の募集なんかについても動画上げていきたいと思いますので、また内容について、面白ければ高評価、それからチャンネル登録ぜひよろしくお願いします。ありがとうございます。さよなら。